The ongoing search for the next Celtic manager continues, and we will discuss a huge development with regard to that in today's video. Not only that, we will also cover all the latest Celtic news from the last 24 hours.
But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content.
Former Celtic manager Brendan Rodgers is reportedly exploring a move to the Saudi Pro League, with the Northern Irishman keen on taking on a new challenge abroad. Since his shock resignation from Celtic earlier this month, Rodgers has been linked with several opportunities in England, but it's understood he is now focusing on the Middle East, where he could command a lucrative salary and manage some of the world's top players. The 52-year-old, who previously managed Liverpool and Leicester City, is believed to have had representatives make informal contact with clubs in the region. Rodgers has yet to publicly respond to Dermot Desmond's explosive statement following his departure, which accused the former boss of leaving Celtic in the lurch. But while the fallout continues off the pitch, things on it have shifted dramatically since he left. Under Martin O'Neill and Sean Maloney, there's been a visible uplift in performances. Celtic have rediscovered their attacking spark, with players previously frozen out under Rodgers now thriving. Austin Trusty has been immense since returning to the side, earning 2 Man of the Match awards, while Callum Osmond has made a remarkable impact after being overlooked all season. Dyson Maeda looks rejuvenated. Johnny Kenny has scored 4 goals in 4 games, and JSP impressed on his debut against Kilmarnock. The feel-good factor has returned to Celtic Park, and while Rodgers plots his next move, it's becoming clearer that his departure might have been the best thing that could have happened for this group of players. Now for the main story, as Celtic's hunt for a permanent manager could accelerate during the international break, with long-linked candidate Wilfried Nancy now officially available. The Columbus Crew boss saw his side crash out of the MLS playoffs against FC Cincinnati, instantly freeing him for potential talks with Celtic should the board make their move. With Martin O'Neill still serving as interim manager alongside Sean Maloney, uncertainty lingers over the club's long-term plans. Former defender Eric Sviatchenko told Celtic News that Nancy would be an ideal fit, praising his possession-based attacking style. Nancy 48 is one of the most respected tactical minds in North America, having guided both Montreal and Columbus to consistent playoff success. After Brendan Rodgers' shock exit, his availability could provide Celtic with the perfect opportunity to appoint a stable, progressive, long-term successor. In other news, Celtic have identified Pumas manager Efrain Juarez as a potential candidate to succeed Brendan Rodgers at Celtic Park. Reports in Mexico suggested that talks had already taken place between the 37-year-old and the Scottish champions, although no formal offer has yet been made. Juarez, who began his playing career at Pumas and famously became the first ever Mexican to play in the Scottish Premiership during his time at Celtic in 2010, is now strongly linked with a return to Glasgow, this time in the dugout. Reports in Mexico also claim Juarez's future at Pumas is uncertain following a poor run of results that has left his side sitting 10th in Liga MX. However, the manager himself spoke publicly about the speculation, saying, "I have no expectations of such circumstances. Whatever happens will happen, but today I'm very calm, happy and excited about my club that opened its doors to me 20 years ago." It's understood that Juarez's contract with Pumas includes a release clause, meaning Celtic could activate it directly should they decide he is their man. While the Hoops continue to explore several managerial options, including Wilfried Nancy, Nicky Hayen and Kieran McKenna, Juarez has been named in the 8-man shortlist. Celtic are expected to accelerate their search during the international break. Martin O'Neill remains in charge for now. In other news, Celtic striker Johnny Kenny has been rewarded for his outstanding recent form with a recall to the Republic of Ireland squad ahead of their Euro qualifiers against Portugal and Hungary. The 22-year-old returns to the national setup after Evan Ferguson was ruled out of Thursday's clash with Portugal due to injury. Kenny's recall caps off a superb few weeks for the Celtic forward, who has thrived since Martin O'Neill handed him his chance in the starting Ifalt. He bagged a brace against Falkirk, a vital header against Rangers in the League Cup semi-final, and another well-taken finish in the 4-0 win over Kilmarnock at the weekend. With Kelechi Iheanacho injured and Dyson Maeda shifted out wide, Kenny has led the line with maturity and confidence, earning widespread praise for his movement, pressing, and clinical finishing. He'll now link up with Liam Scales and Mikey Johnston, also part of the Irish squad, and will compete with former Celtic striker Adam Idah, now at Swansea City, for a starting role. It's another deserved step forward for Kenny, whose resurgence under O'Neill has not only helped Celtic rediscover their spark, but also put him firmly back on the international radar. Lastly, it's shaping up to be a massive January transfer window for Celtic, one that could define the remainder of their season. With injuries piling up and depth concerns growing, the club are already moving early to identify reinforcements. According to reports, Celtic have made an inquiry for Moroccan attacking midfielder Hussam Esadak, with sources in his home country claiming the Celts are now leading the race to sign the 20-year-old. Esadak, currently plying his trade in Morocco, has caught the attention of several European clubs, including Sunderland, and reportedly came close to joining Las Palmas last summer in a £400,000 deal before the Spanish club's relegation from La Liga scuppered the move. He captains the youth team. Now, with his contract set to expire next summer, Celtic sense an opportunity to strike a smart deal in January. Reports from Africa suggest the Celtic hierarchy have asked for his asking price as they weigh up a move to bolster the depleted squad. The Celts are dealing with a growing injury crisis. Alistair Johnston, Cameron Carter-Vickers, Kelechi Iheanacho and Callum Osmond are all sidelined with hamstring issues, and Marcelo Sirachi added his name to the list after limping off against Kilmarnock. Whether a permanent manager is in place or not by the time the window opens, one thing is clear. Celtic must invest heavily to get their season back on track. Esadak could be the first of several January arrivals as Celtic look to add much-needed quality and depth to their ranks. Also, Celtic are preparing a formal move for Bodo Glimt manager Kjetil Knutsen after learning the 56-year-old is eager for a bigger stage. Knutsen's contract ends in January, and he's told confidants that Celtic's size, budget, and European pedigree perfectly match his ambitions. He's guided Bodo Glimt to 4 league titles and a Europa Conference League semi-final, earning praise for his high-pressing, fluid attacking style. Celtic scouts see him as the standout foreign candidate, and with only minor compensation required, bookmakers now have him 3-1 favourite ahead of Martin O'Neill. Kieran McKenna remains the board's top domestic target, but prizing him from Ipswich mid-season could cost over £5 million. Robbie Keane is also keen, with Ferencváros flying high in Hungary and Europe. O'Neill and Sean Maloney have steadied things after a 3-1 win over Rangers, but they trail Hearts by 7 points. The hierarchy wants a permanent manager in place by December, and Knutsen's mutual interest could see a Scandinavian revolution begin within days.
What do you think of what we discussed in today's video? Let us know down in the comments section below. Make sure you've liked this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you, take care, goodbye.